Welcome to this TechEd session. My name is Gabriela Gase, and I'm part of the product management team for SAP Cloud Platform Integration Suite. Within this session, I would like to provide you a short overview on how to integrate with third-party applications while using the integration suite. Typical customer landscapes are more heterogeneous than ever, and they're also changing very quickly. A combination of legacy on-premise solutions, cloud-based applications from a multitude of vendors are leveraged. This underlines how important integration is. SAP Cloud Platform Integration Suite is SAP's versatile, hybrid, and enterprise-grade integration platform. It simplifies and accelerates integration projects and helps organizations to quickly transition to intelligent enterprises. It is composed of four main capabilities: cloud integration for end-to-end process integration, API management to design, deliver, and manage all your APIs, open connectors to simplify non-SAP connectivity, and the integration advisor that accelerates the integration design with the help of machine learning capabilities. Also, Gartner recognized the integration suite as one of the most comprehensive integration platforms and ranked it as a leader in this year's MQ for Enterprise Integration Platform as a Service. I recommend TechEd Session Dev 202 to understand the big picture of the cloud integration suite. In this short breakout session, I will focus on cloud integration in the open connectors capability. How to bridge the two worlds of SAP and non-SAP applications. You can use cloud integration as your middleware solution. For the last mile to non-SAP cloud applications, the open connectors capability can jump in. Cloud integration is the preferred option, especially in scenarios which profit from quick time to value through out-of-the-box integration content, and for integration where mediation, transformation, and routing are helpful. Customers can leverage pre-built integration packages from SAP and partners and get out-of-the-box integrations for SAP and SAP to non-SAP integration scenarios up and running quickly. These integration packages are available at the SAP API Business Hub, our public catalog, and can be consumed in the integration suite. At the API Business Hub, more than 1,700 pre-built integration flows and value mappings and more than 160 open connectors are available. Integration content across all different critical core business processes are delivered, as lead for cash, source to pay, and many others. Later in a demo, I show you campaign management as one example. SAP provides full support and updates of all the available content, which reduces the effort required when application interfaces change. Also, integration scenarios for digital compliance purposes are very well supported. With 32 integration packs, customers can stay compliant with multiple e-government scenarios across the globe. To help you transform messages in integration scenarios, cloud integration offers different message formats and converters, converting formats between XML, CSV, JSON, or AD types. Furthermore, it lets you leverage a broad choice of adapters. While some of them are protocol-based, like SOAP, OData, JDBC, or FTPS adapters, others are based on applications like SuccessFactors or Salesforce. This comprehensive set of adapters gives you a wide range of connectivity options that you can use while implementing your integration scenarios. Also, for the integration between SAP S/4HANA, S/4HANA Cloud, or SAP ERP and Salesforce, several integration flows and value mappings are available. This helps you to speed up the integration projects to be 10 times faster, and this without additional cost for our customers. Let us jump to our first demo.
Let us go first to the central place for prepackaged integration content, the API Business Hub. This catalog is available publicly. For the discovery, you even don't have to log in. You find your content from SAP as well as from our partners. Let us search for content for campaign management. Beyond several kinds of APIs, You find as well several pre-built integration packs for the integration of SAP and also non-SAP applications as the Google Campaign Manager with SAP Marketing Cloud. Now imagine you want to integrate S/4HANA Cloud with Salesforce. You find RESTful APIs offered by the Open Connectors capability and approximately 20 integration flows that accelerate your integration projects between S/4HANA on-prem or cloud and also SAP ERP. Let us now have a look on how to use integration packs in the cloud integration capability of SAP Cloud Platform Integration Suite. In the Discover area of Cloud Integration, you have also access to the integration content. Just filter for Salesforce and select the relevant package, for example, for S/4HANA Cloud. Here you can see all the integration flows and the value mappings as well as documents, and you can copy the complete integration package to your design space. After the copy, just go to Design, take the integration package, and have a look on the artifacts. There are integration flows and also value mappings. The integration flows are pre-built for frequently used scenarios, like for example the replication of accounts to Salesforce. Let us take this integration flow and have a deeper look. The integration flow is already pre-built and it's using a Salesforce adapter. This adapter is developed by our partner Advanco, and you only have to configure the integration flow and deploy it to your runtime.
Now I would like to focus on the Open Connectors capability. The service extends the rich set of cloud integration options with further comprehensive connectivity to non-SAP cloud applications. You can leverage Open Connectors, especially in scenarios when you need to integrate with more than one non-SAP system, or when you want to take advantage of the REST-based API approach in multiple consumption channels. When you want to simplify integration, you have to investigate the details of every system. Every system is different, is a kind of an island with own entry points, APIs, documentation, or user authentication mechanisms, whether it's OAuth or SAML or basic authentication. Imagine you must do this for all of your cloud services you want to integrate with, and every system has its unique requirements. It gets exhausting, especially if you are under time constraints and want to replace one of the pieces in your application landscapes by another one. How does Open Connectors simplify the integration to non-SAP applications? Open Connectors provides RESTful APIs and abstract a lot of complexity. It provides also a framework, the common resources, where you can describe your own canonical data model that you can use in your applications or integration projects. And it also provides a composition tooling to build API compositions across the different connectors if you're looking to connect various systems. This is where Open Connectors is helping. Let's go to our second demo.
We are in the Open Connectors home screen and jumping now to the catalog of more than 160 connectors to popular cloud applications. As you can see in this long list is that the connectors have some color tags that categorize them. We call them API hubs. There are several API hubs available as for ERP, payment, marketing, CRM, employee, documents. Let us search now for the CRM hub. You can find connectors to HubSpot CRM, Microsoft Dynamics, Sugar CRM, and furthermore. A connector is a pre-built RESTful API and enables a connection into a specific API provider endpoint. For every connector, you have different starting points as to create an instance or to get more details. Let us go to a HubSpot instance that I have prepared already for my user. You can see some information, and here's the link to the documentation. You don't have only a documentation, you can try it out. As you can see, the documentation is in Open API specification. And irrespective of the underlying native API provider, you don't have to worry about it, whether it is SOAP or REST or an OData API. It provides you a RESTful API. Let us search for contacts to get some contacts. Very important is to understand that all connectors start with a normalized set of features, including authentication, pagination, error handling, search, and bulk. Typically, authentication varies from one system to another. If you want to authenticate to Instagram, you have to understand API authentication for Instagram. When you want to integrate to Facebook, you have to know how to handle the OAuth flow to Facebook. With open connectors, you no longer have to worry about how authentication is handled. It is normalized. Many APIs support some form of searching in their APIs, but they're almost all different. Open Connectors has standardized a common way to search across all our connectors, using its own query language, and translates the query to the endpoint's searching syntax. Pagination is harmonized regardless of the underlying non-SAP service architecture. Now we try out the interactive documentation. In the curl request, you see the harmonized URI. The authorization can be found in the header and consists of 3 parts that are important: authorization, user, and elements. Authorization and user are for your account, and element for your specific connector instance. Please keep this authorization in mind for some parts in the demo later. Every system uses its own error format. Open Connectors harmonizes the error responses by providing normalized HTTP status codes without hiding any information. It gives you back the request ID and error from the API provider. Bulk APIs are very crucial during integration and enables you to move large amounts of data. It leverages the provider bulk endpoints and make it available within the connectors in a normalized way. Let us now create a new connector instance for Slack, one connector of the Collaboration API Hub. On the right, you see the corresponding call request. Just take a name. One remark: I'm already logged in to my Slack account from my browser. Therefore, I'm not prompted to log in during the OAuth flow. Now a Slack connector instance is created. Let us test it in the interactive documentation and post a message into a specific Slack channel. I've already prepared a channel for this demo in my Slack workspace. Let me just copy the channel ID. In the post request, we are using this channel ID. In the body, we are using a typical JSON payload that I've just copied. Just execute it. We get a successful response. As you can see, this approach is similar to all the connectors we have and provides you a big productive advantage. Let us go now to cloud integration just to see both integration suite capabilities in action. In the interest of time, I've prepared already an integration flow. We have an online web shop exposing product information over an OData service. The HTTP endpoint of this integration flow will be used to send a product ID with a JSON request from Postman. More product details will be fetched from the web shop, and at the end, this information will be sent as a human-readable message to Slack using this built-in Open Connectors adapter. In the adapter, I've set the Open Connectors endpoint that we have seen in the curl request. The credentials of my specific Slack connector instance can be selected by a drop-down. How to create credentials for Open Connectors, I will show you this in a minute. Here you have access to all resources of your instance. Just click on Select, and we have the same list of available resources as we have seen in the Open Connectors UI. and it is a post message. As you can see, open connectors and cloud integration, the both capabilities of the integration suite, are very close integrated together. These are the important details I wanted to show in cloud integration, and we are deploying now the integration flow. I show you now how to create credentials for open connectors. Just to go to the security materials, create, take the type open connectors, take one name, copying it for the description. And here you can just copy the 3 authorization parts that we've seen in the call request. After the successful deployment, we are sending now a JSON request from Postman. You see the endpoint copied from the deployed iFlow. We are using basic authentication. And in the JSON body, I've included a specific product ID. Let us do now the request. Now let us check the Slack channel. The first message is coming from our tryout from the Open Connectors UI. And the second is coming from our integration flow.
Just to summarize what we have seen in the demo, open connectors are RESTful APIs with harmonized UIs, working out of the box and coming along with normalized features. What we haven't seen in the demo, but it's important to know, on top of these normalized features, standardized events as polling and webhooks are offered. Additionally, you may also create your own connectors to third-party applications by using the connector builder, leveraging all normalized features and events. How do common resources help you? With the common resources, you have the possibility to define a consistent data model that suits best to your need. Imagine a common resource like My Company, with fields like company name, country, city. This common resource is mapped to several connector instances as a new resource and can be added to the interactive API documentation. Therefore, you're extending connectors. The data model is built once and might be mapped to any connector instance. That is the reason why we're saying one-to-many transformation. And you consume the common resource in any application or in your integration projects. This is the important part that I wanted to pass. And of course, we have a community. Join us, start a discussion with us and all the integration experts across the world. In summary, you have learned how to integrate with non-SAP applications using the integration suite. The integration suite is SAP's versatile integration platform, offering options for any kind of integration scenarios in hybrid and heterogeneous landscapes. Take advantage of the available integration content to speed up your integration projects. With that, your time to connect to non-SAP applications will be reduced drastically. One last recommendation is the 2-hour workshop Dev 165 to get first-hand experiences on how to integrate to non-SAP cloud applications using the integration suite. And we encourage you to have a view on all the other TechEd sessions. With that, I would like to thank you very much. Take care in this COVID-19 time period.